the homeland of the Jews, Judea and Samaria. There's a place there called Shiloh. Shiloh is where the various Jewish tribes came together and essentially formally formed Judaism. These are the firsts. Without all this, there'd be no Christianity. None. And so the Palestinians say, you know what they say? That's ours. What's yours? Shiloh. That's ours. It's not theirs. So there's a gentleman who's a resident of Dearborn, Michigan. Looks like a longtime resident. I understand he was actually a pastor. And he goes to this board meeting where the mayor is to complain that we're naming a street after a terrorist. And I want you to see how this guy is treated. Go.
The mayor of Dearborn, Michigan, wants a white resident to move out after voicing concerns about a road being named in honor of Osama Siblani, a journalist who has voiced sympathy for, get this, terrorist groups Hamas and Hezbollah. Watch this.
Hezbollah, bombed the embassy in Beirut, and including many Americans. So I just feel it's quite inappropriate.
You are an Islamophobe, and although you live here, I want you to know, as mayor, you are not welcome here. And the day you move out of the city will be the day that I launch a parade celebrating the fact that you moved out of the city.
He's going to launch a parade when a white man moves out of Dearborn, Michigan? That is because the man who is...
It's not just a white man. It's an American citizen, a pastor, a Christian, who is bringing up the fact that they're going to name a street after a journalist who was promoting and sympathetic to terrorist organizations that killed Americans. And the response from the mayor is to condemn him, to call him an Islamophobe, to say he wants him to leave the city, and when he does, they'll have a parade. This is sick. Now let me ask you a question. This is all over the internet. Have you heard a single Republican leader condemn this? Maybe they have. I haven't heard it. Have you? Have you seen a single newscast run this? I haven't. Have you? It's like it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Islamophobic? That's a word that's become a joke. It's a joke. He's talking about terrorist sympathizer who's a journalist, and they're going to name a street after this person in Dearborn, Michigan, the home of the auto industry. It was. It's like Bethlehem. It wasn't that long ago that Bethlehem, the birthplace of Jesus Christ, was 80% Christian. Today, I just looked this up. Less than 15% of the population of Bethlehem is Christian. It's Palestinian. And the main Christian church there basically doesn't function. To the extent it functions under the strong arm, the iron fist of the Palestinians. You look at Hebron. You've heard of Hebron. Hebron is where Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are buried, and most of the other people that you read in the Bible, most of the matriarchs are buried there. There's 85 Jewish families left in Hebron. Some time ago, many were slaughtered by the Palestinians. The Palestinians took over the area. So the IDF has a significant force there to protect the 85 Jewish families who are still there. Now think about this. My family and I went there. We had to go there in a vehicle with a driver. The vehicle was armored. The driver was armed, and we had to stay close to the driver in the vehicle in Hebron. It's crazy. You look at Judea and Samaria. Judea and Samaria called Judea and Samaria for a reason. That's what they're called in the Bible. They're not called the West Bank of Jordan. This kingdom of Jordan was concocted. It was created by the British. There was no kingdom of Jordan. There was no king of Jordan. And yet that's what they did. Same with Saudi Arabia. Same with Qatar, our great new friends. These are all fabrications. They're all fictions. They're all created. But the homeland of the Jews, Judea and Samaria, there's a place there called Shiloh. Shiloh is where the various Jewish tribes came together and essentially formally formed Judaism nearly 4,000 years ago. You can see the outlines of where the tabernacle was. These are the firsts. Without all this, there'd be no Christianity. None. And so the Palestinians say, you know what they say? That's ours. What's yours? Shiloh, that's ours. It's not theirs. Look what they've done to Bethlehem, Hebron. The Jordanians in 1948 militarily conquered Jerusalem. They destroyed almost all the synagogues. They destroyed all the churches, destroyed them. They've been rebuilt, and who's protecting them? The IDF. Protecting the churches, protecting the synagogues, protecting the mosques. The mosques. Here we have in our own country, Dearborn, Michigan, the industrial center of the automobile industry, it was, that changed so much in our country for the better, now controlled not by Muslims, quote unquote, by Islamists. By Islamists. And when you look at where these Islamist activities are taking place, these aren't moderates. These aren't moderates. These are people who stand with Hamas. They stand with Hezbollah. They stand with Qatar. They want the annihilation of Israel and the Jews and the annihilation of the United States. People better get this through their heads. This is a huge, huge problem.
For all this and much more, sign up for Levin TV.